So I really enjoy YouTube channels that actually, like have a portfolio, track it over time, show people how you can grow a portfolio from nothing into, these insane riches by, consistently and constantly buying high quality assets and high quality companies that are going to grow over time, consistently buying in, no matter the market, no matter whatever. And also using this as just a transparent way to show people, the powers of investing while also talking about a ton of good, finance tips, a ton of good just investing tips, and really showing a story, really getting people involved, not only in, yourself hopefully making money and growing over time, but having people follow along with you and just kind of seeing the growth and build up over time. I've been watching a lot of those channels and stuff recently, so I wanted to give this a shot of my own. And a couple of days ago, I started out with $100. This is the amount of money that I've made on this YouTube channel so far. I think we've made like, I don't know, 130 bucks or something in the last couple of months. And obviously you have to pay taxes, so I knocked it down to $100 to have a nice clean number and enough to still pay taxes and stuff on these earnings. And I threw it into an account. And in this video today, I'm going to be going over the basics and fundamentals of this account, the couple stocks that I've bought to start out with this account. And the idea with this channel and with this, portfolio is, I don't know whether it's going to be weekly or monthly or sometimes daily or whatever, but I want to show, the companies that I'm buying over time, this portfolio's performance over time, the companies within it, how they do, and also the new things I'm buying, and just overall having a platform and area to talk about the market, talk about stocks, talk about things that are going on in the financial world, and also showing you guys how over time with consistent buy-ins, with consistent income, the only money I'm going to put in this portfolio is the amount of money that this YouTube channel makes, which hopefully over time will become more and more. But either way, it'll be a consistent monthly income of some extent, whether it's a couple dollars or a couple $100 or a couple $1,000. And I think it'll be really, really cool. So with that being said, let's get right into this. This is, kind of the small portfolio challenge, the $100 stock portfolio challenge of going from $100 to, I mean, honestly, my goal with this would be like $100,000. And, who knows if that'll take, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever. It depends how much money this YouTube channel makes and what kinds of returns this portfolio has. But, starting to set up the basis of having just a way to talk about this stuff and something for myself to track over time. And then if other people care as well, it is there. So let's get into it. I took $100. I don't know why I keep doing it with my hands. It doesn't work as $100 and bought 4 stocks. And right now I have those stocks evenly divided. Obviously, as more and more money starts to get in, the amounts will start to get more inconsistent. I'm not really limiting myself to a certain number of stocks in this portfolio, especially since I'm consistently buying over time. At certain times, it's going to change what stocks I think are interesting or undervalued or a huge, value proposition or whatever. But for the time being, I took $25, put it into 4 different stocks, and that's going to start the basis and kind of the ground floor of this portfolio. I wanted to start out with 4 stocks that I think are very, very solid companies, because I think you don't want to start with your portfolio on, shaky foundation or anything like that. And I think these 4 companies, 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now will all be, hopefully many multiples higher than they are now. And I think these will be, safe but also fast growing assets to be holding in this portfolio. So let's get into it. First up, I have Alphabet. Also, everything was bought like 6 days ago. I've just been trying to decide when I was going to make this video, but all these things were bought on December 22nd. I'll be showing my cost basis, my thoughts and opinions on all these companies and everything. But number 1 is Alphabet. This is one of my favorite companies. I mean, Google is so much entwined in, especially my life specifically, and I can just see how this thing can continue to grow and be a beast in the future. Obviously, they have basically a monopoly on, search engines and advertising and search engines and all that stuff. I think that's going to continue to grow into the future, and I really think they have a gigantic moat. I mean, yeah, Bing is there, and, there's going to be new ones popping up and everything, but Google is so dominant. They also have, the Google's business suite of things, like Gmail and Google Drive and Google Calendars and all this stuff that so many massive corporations and businesses and everything use. And I think that stuff's going to continue to grow and grow and grow. They also have Google Meets, which is obviously, they're like Zoom or Microsoft Teams competitor. Obviously, they have YouTube, which is now just an absolute cash cow, a growth beast. And since this portfolio is based around my YouTube channel, to me, it just makes sense to have Alphabet as a main holding in this portfolio. Not only do I believe in them in the long term, I mainly use YouTube and Google for, my media consumption. I think they're going to be an absolute monster going into the future. Some people are saying they might be trading a little rich right now. Who knows for sure. They're right now at a $2 trillion market cap, a 28.3 PE ratio. I did obviously pick them up at a cost of basis of $2,876.73. And so far we're up 1.96% on that in like 4 days or whatever. So nothing massive there. But we did pick up Alphabet as our first company here. And this is one that I'm very, very excited about. I think this one will do very, very well over time, and we'll see how it goes. Next up, I decided to get Netflix. This is a company that I have been very, very excited about recently. A company that I was down on for a while. For a while, I was always thinking like, hey, there's going to be so much competition in the streaming space. Netflix, when I look at what they have going on, it kind of sucks. There's not a lot of good Netflix originals. A ton of other companies are stealing all the good shows. Netflix it was really cool, but it just kind of sucks. But I have totally flipped around on that. I mean, this to me was a very, very great year for Netflix. Not only did they get into profitability, which is a massive, massive thing, of course, they had a couple smash hit Netflix originals in Squid Game and Arcane, and if that is the level and quality of show that they're going to be putting out going into the future, then the future is so insanely bright for Netflix. Obviously I think streaming is just going to keep growing. I think Netflix is the clear leader in streaming right now, and I think 5 or 10 years from now, I still really expect them to be there, as they continue to just make a ton of profit and be able to reinvest that profit into, making better and better originals, getting better and better content, also, reaching their total addressable market and continue to grow and grow and grow, not only in the United States, but internationally. I think Netflix is going to be an absolute home run. I think they're going to be a smash hit winner. I think they're absolutely trending in the right direction. Again, right now sitting at a $271 billion market cap, 53.6 PE ratio. So obviously, trading rich by traditional value metrics and everything. But I think this is an insanely high growth company that I really expect to just kind of keep growing and growing into the future. So this one I got at a cost basis of $606.80. Right now at $610.71, so we're up 0.64%. So far, so good on that. Next up, Disney. This is a company that I've been very, very excited about for a long time. I like this one for a couple of reasons. One, Disney is Disney. They have so much, so many valuable IPs. They're continuing to purchase stuff, Marvel Cinematic Universe, insane, Star Wars, Harry Potter, all this insane stuff. Also, I love that it's a reopening play because I hope, we're getting to the end of, COVID scares and all that. And then obviously Disney Plus in the streaming space as well, I think does give them a very, very valuable growth metric going forward into the future. I know the Disney CEO or somebody high up in the Disney, management team has been talking about how he believes they can be a metaverse play as well. And like, hey, I'm not banking on that because I don't necessarily see that, but to me, that's just kind of the cherry on top. If they can get into, being a big metaverse player and finding a way to make money on that as well, hey, more power to them. But I think, as a reopening play, with just all the different assets and things they have under control, I think this will be a solid growth company. And I think the streaming realm of Disney Plus growing in the future can be one of those big competitors. I don't think we're going to have a ton of different streaming services and platforms, but Disney does provide enough differentiation from the other streaming platforms with enough money and backing and all this stuff, I think, to survive in the long run. So I'm very, very excited about this one. $277 billion market cap. This was a average share price of $150.87. Right now sitting at $155.20. So we're up 2.88% on Disney as well, doing pretty good there. The fourth and final stock in the YouTube portfolio to start out, at least the first 4 companies. Again, this is going to change a ton over time, is Baba. This is a company I am very, very excited about. I own this in multiple different portfolios. This is one that I'm still continuing to buy the dip on to this day, and I think is really going to rebound in a big way. I don't know if it'll be in 2022, but I think by 2025, 2026, Alibaba is going to be way, way, way above where we are right now. I do expect a lot of this, Chinese fear and Chinese regulations and all the Chinese scary stuff going on to really blow over, and eventually I expect the fundamentals and financials of Alibaba to shine through, and the growth of this company to shine through as well. Again, this is a company that people said at $300 per share was undervalued and a must buy. So imagine what it could potentially possibly be at $114.80, and that is why I'm so excited for it. Yes, it hasn't been great, seeing my money just go down and down and down and down and down, having to buy the dip and buy the dip and buy the dip and buy the dip. But I am still, very, very excited about this company. As it drops further and further, I'm just more and more excited. Yes, there has been some bad news that, in some ways, Alibaba probably deserved to drop a little bit from where it was trading at before. But do I think it deserves to be all the way at $114.80? Do I think it deserves to be at a 15.9 PE ratio right now? Absolutely not. I love Alibaba for the future. I got this one at an average share price of $116.89. Yes, we are down on it right now, sitting at $114.80. We're down 1.8%. But this I expect to be an absolute beast in the future. I think I'm going to make a lot of money on Alibaba in the next coming years. But there it is. Here is the YouTube portfolio. Again, all in all on these 4 stocks, we are up 0.92%. Again, I deposited $100. We're sitting at $100.89 at this point. Here's the 4 companies. And yeah, we're just going to go forward. Like I said, whenever we get, our YouTube checks in every month, I will be buying more stocks. Some of that money will be going into some of these 4 stocks, and some of it will be into new stocks as well, because obviously, I'm young. I'm, 24 years old. I want to get into some more speculative, some more growth oriented companies, some more future forward-looking things as well. But I also understand that you want to have a very, very strong basis in a portfolio like this if you want to have, some good performance over time. Obviously, we'll be tracking how this portfolio goes. We'll be tracking against the S&P 500. We'll be, tracking against a lot of other metrics and everything, talking about different strategies, different ideas, different companies I'm looking at all the time. I think it'll be very, very interesting and fun. I'm very, very excited. And either way, even if it doesn't do well on YouTube or whatever, still, this will be me tracking my journey and watching this portfolio grow, again, from $100 to hopefully hundreds of thousands of dollars. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what stock you think I should buy next. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.